Hello and welcome to the mat. So this practice today is going to be really me giving you an idea kind of about the work that I do, why I got into this, and sort of what brought me to be able to do these kinds of videos with pain management for inflammation, fibromyalgia, and that sort of stuff. So let's see, let's start at the beginning. So 2013, I got my yoga certification, fell in love with it after an ugly divorce, and it really saved my life mentally. It helped me to feel better, helped me to process some emotion, and it gave me something to look forward to each week. And so I continued with that until 2022, 21. Me and a good friend collaborated and decided to open a yoga studio in my hometown, which was pretty amazing. It was a huge checklist or check off my bucket list. And then, so I've always been very active, always working out, always, mindful about what I'm eating and all the things. And I woke up about a year ago with some back pain that just would not subside. And I've had no injury recently to my back, nothing that would keep my back in a constant state of pain. So I ended up going to the doctor, and the doctor wanted to administer some steroid shots into my back, which I politely declined. I'm pretty holistic on that end, and so I just didn't feel like that was right for me. So then I asked for some imaging to be done, which brings me great fear. I do not love the MRI machine. I had tried to do a couple of local places for an MRI that wasn't really far from me, and there's something about the idea of me hopping into a tube that I just don't appreciate. So I was not able to do that, and then I had actually went to see a specialist for my foot for something totally unrelated, and he got me into a larger MRI machine about an hour or so away from my hometown. And so I had ended up going and had a little bit of a spell. That's what I call my episodes of not wanting to do something. I call those spells. And so I was pretty freaked out about having to get in this machine. Was not about it, but it was a really phenomenal place, and I ended up finally pulling my shit together and getting in there. They gave me a lavender patch. It was pretty awesome. I just kept my eyes closed. There was huge windows around, and it was kind of like a moon-shaped MRI. And if you guys want to know where I went, so that if you have one coming up, or you too have fear or claustrophobic of getting in those machines, definitely I will recommend this place. Just drop me a comment and I will shoot you the place. I'm sure there's one close to wherever you are. Anyway, I had the MRI done. They sent it off to the specialist again, and they couldn't find anything wrong. The specialist did see some, I guess, scar tissue from where I had a herniated disc many, many years ago. But that shouldn't, he said that shouldn't be causing the pain that I'm feeling. And so ended up going to some physical therapy. He wanted me to take steroid, which, again, I declined. I do a nature steroid. We can get into that another time. But anyway, long story short, I went to about 5 weeks of physical therapy, and it was 6 weeks, and I didn't go the last week. I just felt like it wasn't doing any good. I was still in pain every day, and I was doing most of the things in my private practice just like I was when I was going to physical therapy, so I just didn't see a benefit. So back to the doctor. I go back to the doctor. They do blood work. They check basically everything. Check all of my levels, all of my things for cancer. They checked again, this is a raw video. They checked my poop. Everything came back perfect except for my SED rate, which again was supposed to be 20 or below, and mine was 128. So there's inflammation somewhere in my body. They just have no idea where. Everything that I know and have read, all the knowledge, and I have done some in-depth study about fibromyalgia, I feel like I have. And it's really hard to be able to get a solid diagnosis on that due to the fact that it's a thing, but it's not a thing. And so it's very discouraging. And I suffered a lot of childhood trauma, a lot of abuse, and then into the teenage years and adult until I was, pains me to say this, in my early 30s. Um, it was really hard. And so I'm sure you've heard before that stress takes a toll on your body. Like, there are things that collect inside our bodies, like stress will kill you. I know you've heard that before. The problem is that I wasn't ever actually dealing with anything. I just have been raised in an environment where I just had to do. And so I never took time to practice self-care, was never taught self-care. And most of the time when we think about self-care, we don't think about nourishing ourselves, like the mental part of our body. We think of, well, maybe we'll go get a pedicure or get our nails done or a massage, and all of those things are beautiful. And I love them, I support them all, but we have to think about the mind. And so all of that leads me to bringing out this practice, or sort of like bringing this and sharing it with the world, just simply because I want to be able to help somebody else. And so, again, domestic violence has played a big role in a lot of my trauma. And so my focal point and what I do in my hometown now is I am on the board of directors for a program called Sacred Beginnings, which focuses on assisting people and helping people out and through those domestic violence situations, whether you are a family member, whether you're the one going through it, whether you're the child of a parent or whatever else. I'm kind of just well-rounded in all the areas, helping you get out of that, helping sort of guide you through that entire process, and then working with you one-on-one with that trauma. And so trauma, we think about trauma like something scaring us. We've had a car accident, something comes in and, scares us, or we lose a loved one. Trauma could be grief. And so that too is trauma, and most of us have experienced that in our lifetime, something that has affected us deeply. But most of us process that in our brains. We feel what we need to feel about it, and we let it go. The pattern of a continual repeating process is that our body doesn't have time to process and break it down. So what it does is it just holds on to it. It stores in our muscles, it stores in our fascia, it stores in our cells, and then we just hold it. And over time, it just builds up and builds up and builds up. And so I really believe that trauma has played a huge factor in how my body functions. And I want to encourage you to nourish your mind. Your mind controls your body. And we think about being fit and about being healthy, all the physical things, which is definitely important. But these videos, what I share, what I want to share, how I want to connect with you, is to nourish your mind too and help your mind heal. So to me, that's very important. I'm very passionate about what I do, and I've had to make some grave changes in my life to be able to do this and make some decisions with different things, in my career to bring me here. And so the biggest way that I feel like I could do that is by sharing my story and creating a place, an online space where we can not just look at yoga videos, not just come in to practice, but connect with one another. And I want to share things that are going to be beneficial to you. I want to share videos when you need to move your body, but you don't really feel like it, but I understand your pain. And so to me, how I connect with people is through sort of empathy, compassion, understanding. And that's what I'm here, and that's how I got to this point. And so I don't have like, I haven't seen a rheumatologist yet to get like the official diagnosis for fibromyalgia, but I am a wellness practitioner, and I am pretty solid that that is what I have. And so I want to be able to post some things on my website that have been beneficial to me. Again, I am not a doctor, I have no medical license. I am not, you know, prescribing you any medicine other than nature's medicine through what you're eating, your daily routines, what you're absorbing into your life, your thoughts that are in your mind, what you're putting into your body, and how your body functions every day. I want to encourage you to find some time for stillness, which is why I'm creating videos where you have just 5 minutes, maybe in the morning or the evening, just to find that stillness, to soften, so that you can sift through what you need to get through emotionally, so you can weed out what you no longer need, so you can focus on what your body and your mind does need. So that is how I got to this space. And again, I'm just sharing things that work for me. Again, I don't have any, you know, grave advice other than things that have personally worked for me that I'm just sharing with you. So I hope that this gives you a better understanding of what I do. You're welcome to check out my website. You can practice with me here on YouTube. And then if you want to book a one-on-one consultation, you can always do that through my website. All the information you need is on there. And so I wish you well. I hope that this journey of healing and just relief from pain is one that I can assist in making more pleasant. I know that being in pain is no fun, as it literally controls every aspect of your life. And so I wish you well. I hope these videos do help you. Again, I appreciate your support and following me, and I can't wait to connect with you further and see you again on the mat. I wish you love and light always.